walk into your home and instead of feeling relaxed, you feel more overwhelmed? If so, you're not alone. Today I'm sharing 5 things you can do to make your home feel instantly more peaceful, no full renovation required, even if you have kids, a business, and a million things going on. We're gonna talk about everything from cozy decor to giving yourself permission to have chaotic zones, because your home should serve your life, not the other way around. For point number 1, we're gonna focus on lighting. This is your overhead lighting, table lights, floor lamps, candles, anything that creates that warmth in your home through your lighting. I am a big fan. If you've watched any of my videos or have followed me on Instagram for any amount of time, you would know that lighting is a main component to all of my design. I think if you skimp on the lighting, or if you skip the lighting and you like only do recessed lights and nothing else, you're really missing what can really change the feel of your home. The thing that I always like to say is lighting is like the jewelry of the home, and it's, I didn't make that up, someone else did, I'm sure, but it's just true, and I say it a lot. I think one thing that it can do to help create a more peaceful atmosphere is just the tone of lighting. You can adjust the lighting and the type of lighting and the warmth of the lighting so much more through table lamps and floor lamps and those kinds of small lighting features versus your large overhead lighting. That's going to provide a lot of light, and it is definitely necessary, especially for at night if you're having, people over and you just need a lot of lighting, and it has its place. But when we're trying to create peaceful places in our home, to create a more calm environment and a calm atmosphere, there's actually studies coming out that show that recessed lighting, especially like bright LED lighting, can actually stimulate our brains, and especially towards the evenings, or if we're trying to calm down, that's not always what we want our body to respond to, right? So if we can bring in warm lightings, I know everyone loves LEDs these days, but I'm a big fan of incandescent. It doesn't flicker like an LED does to the same degree that it does. Like if you ever do like slow-mo at your recessed lights, you'll see how much it actually flickers. It does something to our bodies, I'm sure of it, but I'm no doctor or scientist, so you don't hold me to that. But the other thing is when you bring in table lamps and floor lamps and things like that, you can put cute fabric shades on them, or they can have pretty metal tones, and they're just gonna add another layer to your decor. They're going to continue to finalize like the feeling that you're trying to go for. So if you bring in something frilly and girly, it's gonna help make your space feel more feminine. Or you can bring in something industrial and metal and dark, and it can give a whole nother mood, right? So choosing your lighting wisely and bringing in lighting and being intentional with your lighting is the first place that we can focus on when we're trying to just create a more cozy, calm environment. The second point that I want to make is in creating a quiet corner. I think, most of us have a million different things that we're doing, especially if you're in a similar phase of life that I'm in, where I have 2 kids, almost 10 and almost 9, and they have sports, and we have church activities and family and friends, and I own a business, and I'm jumping into content creation, and my husband works full-time and also has another side business that he does, and life is crazy, and I'm not the only one. I know that your life is probably a little bit crazy too, but it's super important that when we come home, we don't continue to feel crazy in our home, and creating specific areas of your home that you focus on to keep calm, to have well designed, I think is really crucial to having your go-to spot where you can sit and read your book, or do your devotional time, or pray, or whatever it is that you do to help you center and just reset for the day. Whether you do it first thing in the morning or do it in the evening, there should be areas in your home that stay relatively clean and organized and are just well designed, pleasing to your eye, that you enjoy being in. feminine. That's gonna be a little bit different for everybody. So some people are, gonna love lots of color and really fun textures, and other people are gonna want things more neutral and soft, and some people want more feminine and more masculine, and the list goes on and on and on. So this video isn't about your specific style. I do encourage you to continue to explore what really brings up certain emotions in you, certain colors that do certain things for you, certain patterns that do certain things for you. Because when you want to create an environment in your home where you have some peace, you'll get different emotions from different colors and different feelings from different patterns and all of that. So just start taking note of what things really bring you joy and bring you peace, and then create those areas that you can keep organized, keep clean, keep well designed, so that you don't have to focus on your whole house looking perfect all the time, that you can have your certain areas that you tend to. I know I've talked about this before also, I'm going to continue to say it, but like if you just spend that 10 minutes at the end of the day to either clean your kitchen, clean your living room, clean your peace zone, wherever that may be, it will just reset your home for the next day so that you can get up and have that quiet time in the morning. You know that that area of your home is going to be organized and clean. Have a specific spot that you go to every day that it just like you usher in that peace every time that you're there, right? And it'll just be seamless for you to be able to do that and reset there. If you wake up and you don't have anywhere where you can have that quiet time, reset your brain before the kids are up and all the things start happening, if you start your day in chaos, the rest of your day is most likely going to be in chaos. And we can't always avoid it all the time, but whatever we can do, whatever we can control, I think it's important that we give ourselves those moments. So create yourself a little nook, find an area. For us in our house, basically this whole main level, we have a 3-story home. So this whole main level, for the most part, we call it the adult level, and it's mostly designed. I still have some things that I want to do, but it stays fairly organized, and we tend to keep up on it on a more regular basis. Daily, we're going through things and straightening things out, because when we wake up in the morning, we want to come out here and we want to feel good. We don't want to wake up in chaos. And then we have our kids' bedrooms upstairs, and then like kids' play area downstairs. And for us, those are chaotic zones that we let be chaos sometimes. The third thing that I want to talk about, help you create peaceful environment, is using soft textures. So throw pillows, blankets, soft rugs. Touch is a super powerful de-stressor for your environment. So in order to help you create that peaceful environment, having lots of those soft textures. I know I love to curl up. I have one spot on the couch, and you can tell where it is because the couch is never as fluffy in that area, that I just curl up in with my fuzzy blanket and nestle into the pillows, and it just feels like a warm hug, right? So I think anytime that you're trying to pick out an area where like, I just want this to be where I can go, where I can relax and de-stress, remember to bring in those soft textures. If you're constantly fidgeting and uncomfortable, probably want to think about like switching out the chair or rug or whatever it is that you're sitting on in that area. Just layer those soft textures. That cozy environment is absolutely created through pillows and blankets and those cozy, squishy textures. Okay, tip number 4 for creating a peaceful environment is you're definitely going to want to clear your surface areas. It doesn't have to be like blank, like you want to have like intentional styling. I always say like groups of 3s are a really easy way to know that like if I put different heights of things and a group of 3 together, like that one corner or section of a shelf is done. Like you don't have to overcomplicate it. Just have something tall, something medium, something short. You can do books, have different heights in your books, have that be a section on a shelf or on a side table. But for the most part, like don't have a ton of papers, don't have a ton of clutter, don't have, all the knick-knacky things in this peace zone area that you're creating or in section of your home that you're going to keep as a more organized and designed place where you can go and breathe and feel good. In a way, less is more. Like if you're a maximalist and you like a lot of things and that is comforting to you, then that's great. Think your design through thoroughly and then don't leave the clutter that just tends to happen, right? Clutter happens for everybody. So declutter regularly as you need to, but just keep it decluttered. Remove the water, the glasses, like water bottles and glasses and things that tend to accumulate, especially places where you're sitting and relaxing over time, they can accumulate there. Or if you have a stack of books that, maybe you're not reading all of them at one time, but they all end up in a certain area, but they're just kind of there because, and they're not there intentionally. Either create an intentional place for them or leave the one out that you're reading at the moment and put the rest away at the end of the day. Do your 10-minute cleanup. But the less papers and headphones and stuff that is everywhere, the more relaxed that you're going to be able to be. We don't even always consciously know that we're creating chaos around ourselves, but those things they affect your nervous system is really what happens. But that's going into another topic. So my last point, I do have a little bonus tip at the end if you stay for that. My last point is just allowing there to be areas of your home that are more chaotic. Don't beat yourself up about them. I think if you can focus on the certain areas that you want to keep organized, well designed, and have them be the places for you in your home that are peaceful, release your perfectionism or whatever it is that is making you feel like every part of your home needs to be perfect all the time. We don't live in a perfect world. We're not perfect people. That's never going to happen. I definitely have areas in my home, although I only have 2 children, so that's helpful. People with more children, it's definitely harder. And my children are getting older and can clean up after themselves a little bit more. So different seasons of life are gonna call for different things also. But we're in a season right now where we're very, very busy. And there are areas in my home that normally I keep clean, and right now they're not being clean. And it's just what it is. And I give myself grace for that. And you should give yourself grace for busy seasons or sections of your home where if you have babies and things like that and it's just hard to keep up, that's okay. You will be fine. And you will have your areas that are peaceful. Okay, so here's your small bonus tip. Scent can really change the feeling of a room. Some people are very sensitive to scent, so this is up to you whether you use diffusers or candles or whatever that is. Think about what you want it to smell like. Maybe it's fresh baked goods and so you just spend a little time in the kitchen, or you have a diffuser that has just a really gentle eucalyptus smell or something. Again, smells are similar to paint colors and prints in the sense that it's going to evoke certain emotions, and it really can bring peace and calm feelings or energetic feelings and bring in the scents that have that peaceful tone. Or if you want to be more energized and it's like the morning and you're gonna spend some time cleaning or something, you can look up scents that are more energizing. So just want to remind you that you don't need a full remodel to create peace in your home. Light, texture, a quiet corner, a calm curated space, that's really all that you need to have those peaceful moments in your home where you can just relax and rejuvenate. Sometimes we only get a couple minutes in a day to do that. It's important to take those couple minutes talking with the Lord and just centering myself on Him, and I need it. And I think all of us need some moment in our day that allows us to kind of recenter ourselves. So let me know if there's any areas in your home that you're excited about turning into a peace zone. Drop it in the comments. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Thanks for being here.